Hello everybody and welcome to Europa Universalis 4, where we are beginning this playthrough, although this is the third part in the playthrough series of Ethiopia Through the Ages. If you have missed them, you may want to watch the Imperator playthrough as well as the Crusader Kings playthrough. Otherwise, we're going to be starting in a pretty advanced state. Let's just hop into the single player here and take a look at our start. So, this is the state of the world in our export, which of course takes the form of a mod, and we're mostly going to ignore the bits that we don't know about. I did see that there's some Aztec and Inca stuff over there. We knew that was going to be the case because of the Aztec invasion in Crusader Kings. I'm not going to take too close of a look at that. We are, of course, going to be playing as Ethiopia, which I found it interesting that it imported as Ethiopia instead of importing as Abyssinia, but I guess I'll take it. Like, it's fine. I was planning on renaming to Ethiopia for the import anyway. It just automatically did it. So I was okay with that. Let's see. Our Ethiopian Traditions, our land attrition reduction, that's nice. And monthly autonomy change, that's also pretty nice. Now, you'll notice that France is independent. Well, technically they're not. Technically, they are a vassal of us. So that's a thing. And they're going to be a powerful vassal. Like, they're going to have a lot of liberty desire, and annexing them is going to be interesting. There's some other things that happened over here. Like, for example, Poland does not appear to have any ties with us, even though we were their suzerain. Similarly, England appears to be completely independent. Well, that's okay. Norway up over here as well, and just in general, our only vassal is France. The Byzantines are, extant. They're over here. But let's just go ahead and hit this play button. As has been happening for this entire time, I am not playing in Iron Man mode, because that is a really bad idea in mega campaigns. Playing in Iron Man mode in a mega campaign can have disastrous consequences. So, we're just going to play in normal mode. Excellent. So, here we are. The Senuyid dynasty of Ethiopia. Ethiopia under the Salimanid king Zara Yaqub. Nope, this is not accurate. Mamluks in the north. No, there are no Mamluks. So, the Coptic Faith is what has evolved out of the Miaphysite faith from Crusader Kings. It gives us the following modifiers: Tolerance of the Truth Faith, +1, as well as Fort Defense, +10%. Fair enough. Coptic countries can activate blessings through conquering the holy sites of their faith, which we conquered all of those in Crusader Kings. The number of sites under Coptic control determine the number of blessings for all Coptic countries in the world. Coptic is in the Christian religion group, yeah. Okay, so, government type. We're an Amhara Empire. Fantastic. We have estates, and we're going to deal with these in a bit. We are on the latest version, which is the Austria update, which means that we do have Crown Land going on. We will go into that in a little bit. I've done a little bit of research into how this ends up working, but it should be a thing. Starts off in relative isolation from the rest of the world. Well, in theory, except in practice, not so much. So as you can see, we have a very, very big fog of war problem right now. Or more precisely, terra incognita problem right now. Fog of war also exists, but it is not a thing for us right now because everything that we can see, we can see. But there's some big gaps right now. So, we need to make a couple of early changes here. I can see that we're losing money, and that is because we have a truly ludicrous number of forts. That is an insane number of forts. You can also see we have a few rebel factions. Oh. Hi, K_DYN_K_Asturias. It's been a while. They want to defect to that nation that does not exist. Okay, so we have some setting up to do, and we may not end up unpausing this episode. We'll see. But first things first, we can complete some missions. The slave trade. We gain 2 mercantilism and 10% trade efficiency. Fantastic. African modernization. We gain 3 innovativeness, 20 prestige. Great. Wealth of Africa. We gain 10% production efficiency and plus 10 yearly inflation reduction. Fantastic. Liberate Alexandria. We've done it. The Pearl of the Mediterranean. Rejoice. The holy city of Alexandria is once more under Coptic rule. It has been for a while. The historical seat of our sacred church has been liberated for a while. Alexandria is an ancient and proud city founded by Alexander the Great. Many of humanity's brightest minds have called her their home. For many hundred years... Okay. For many hundred years, the scholars of Alexandria studied and taught at the Great Library, which was followed by the... I'm gonna go with... Yeah, I'm gonna take a pass on that word. Actually, no, It's related to catechism, right? So, catechetical? I guess? I'm unfamiliar with that word, but we'll go with that. Catechetical. Was followed by the Catechetical School of Alexandria, first in the world of its kind. In the years to come, we will restore the sacred halls of knowledge and produce some of the finest theologians the world has ever known. God bless Alexandria. So, some local areas get some missionary strength, and we gain 10 prestige. Okay. We also got Yerevan. There we go. We will make Yerevan great again, apparently. The Patriarch of Antioch, O Lord, bless this city in thy mercy. And we conquered Kasir Ibrim. That's not a surprise. And we liberated Cairo. Nothing's holding us back now. Okay, so there's all of our missions that we already accomplished in Crusader Kings. Now, we have low crown land right now. They have redone the way that estates work in this expansion. So, the way they work now is you can't really poke the estates anymore the way you used to be able to. Now you have these interactions, so we can add privileges to the clergy. And so, for example, we can get plus 100 governing capacity. We'll get to you, governing capacity. We'll get to you. We've got problems in that regard. Monthly admin power, admin advisor cost reduction. Now, the bad thing about all of these is they have effects to your absolutism and your clergy loyalty, as well as influence effects. Now, influence is pretty different from what it used to be. 100% influence is the problematic one at this point. Anything below 100% influence is fine, from what I can tell. But you'll notice that we also lose crown land for this. And you'll see that right now, because our crown land is currently at 29.975% of our land, we're below, I believe the threshold is 30%. So we are taking a minus 10% national tax malice, as well as minus 10% absolutism, and plus 25% liberty desire. So we want to get back some crown land. We could seize some land for the crown. All estates will lose 20 loyalty. For right now, that's okay. They will only rise up if the estates drop below 30 loyalty. They're all at 50 currently. So we will seize a little bit of crownland. There we go. And now you can see that our crownland is giving us no effect. So that's great. Now our percentage of land is at just under 35%. So we can't really give up any crown land, but what we can do is we can put in a clerical advisory council. There we go. And then, see, you can add another privilege here, which we're not going to do currently. For nobility, we're looking for something that does not cost us crown land. Right of Council has no further modifiers, and this just gives them nobility and the nobility, loyalty, and influence. It does reduce our max absolutism, but that's probably fine. And these aren't available yet, these monopolies. Supremacy over the crown. No, we are not going to give them that. Estates can pursue agendas at any time. Yikes. We're just going to give them right of council. There we go. And now for the burghers. What are we going to want from them? I want the tax modifier for sure. We could just give them free enterprise or exclusive trade rights. 20 local autonomy in Alexandria. I think we'll just give them free enterprise for the influence and loyalty. Okay, so we'll call that good for right now. We can select a naval doctrine, and we are going to go for ship trade power. I think. Or are we going to go for the naval maintenance? How much are we spending on our naval maintenance? Not a lot. Okay. We'll go for ship trade power then. Fantastic. Now, we can pick blessings. And we can pick a lot of them because we actually have all of our holy sites for the Coptic Faith. So that is great. Step 1. We are 100% going to grab missionary strength. That's going to be huge for us. Next, we are going to grab manpower recovery speed. And then we are going to grab, we can actually get all of these, but discipline is the one that I want next, followed by probably core creation cost, followed by yearly legitimacy. We get all of them, but that's fine. And we did that because we spent so much time conquering all of our holy sites in Crusader Kings, which is paying off at this point. So we can now convert some provinces to Coptic. A lot of these are going to take a while. We could become Defender of the Faith. That would give us +1 missionaries as well as minus 10% missionary cost. Maintenance cost. Which is probably worthwhile. So we'll do that. We'll send a missionary over here, as well as a missionary over here. Fantastic. We have disputed succession right now, although it's not our succession that's disputed, so we don't care currently. We do have some free advisor slots. We are losing a lot of money right now, and we need to go through our forts. Can we have forts in the outliner? Apparently not. Is there a list in here? Apparently not. Okay. Well, a lot of these forts are going to need to be gotten rid of. So this fort, I don't think there's any reason to have it. Similarly, basically every single one of these forts, we're going to get rid of them. Like, I generally don't like forts in Europa. I will only have forts in very specific locations. But these forts were imported from highly upgraded castles in Crusader Kings, where they actually made us money, but in this game, they're a giant drain on our funding. Every single one of these forts is costing us a ducat every single month, which is absolute insanity. Nobody's going to declare on us anyway. Even if they do, each of these counties, or rather provinces in Europa, is going to be so fundamentally worthless in terms of war score that we can just let them run rampant. It's fine. So we'll get rid of, for sure, every single one of our African forts. We might keep some of our other forts around. We'll have to evaluate those on a bit of a case-by-case basis. But certainly, all of our forts in Africa are going to go. This is our capital fort here, which we can't get rid of, which is fine. Our Egyptian forts still need to go. So we will just simply do something kind of like this. Now, I don't think we need any Arabian forts either. So we will get rid of those. And yes, I do realize that we're taking attrition in our capital with our... these, I believe these are our personal levies, and that is a lot of cavalry. That is too much cavalry. We will deal with that, but not quite yet. So we'll get rid of this fort. Now, these forts might be quasi-useful. This is just a single regiment of infantry. Interesting. Okay, what other forts do we have? We've got one over here. We'll get rid of that. And actually, I just realized I need to put some money in the construction budget real quick in X4. So let me just tab over there quick. We'll take it out of the station account. There we go. And we'll put it into the funds for station construction. Excellent. And now we're back to Europa. It's like it never happened. Completely seamless. It was not seamless at all. I probably should have left maybe... Well, I maybe should have left that fort. No, I think we're going to get rid of every single fort we have. If we want a fort somewhere, we can construct it ourselves. It'll take time and a little bit of money, but I'd rather be making money right now. So we'll get rid of these. And I'm just going to use the C key as the hotkey for the confirm because I'm tired of clicking on it. We'll just do something kind of like this. Also, I can't help but notice that our retinues just kind of awkwardly transitioned. I don't know, it's very strange. So we'll get rid of a couple of forts over here and over here. We might have a hard time defending these areas, but for right now, I actually don't think we will have a hard time defending these areas because no one's going to declare on us. If we declare on them, we'll pre-plan. But we're way too powerful. No one is ever going to declare on us. Unless it's like a coalition war, which I don't think we have any aggressive expansion right now. Not like we can really see anywhere. I mean, we can expand down the coast of Africa, which was blocked to us in the Crusader Kings map. But, it'll be interesting. Is that all of the forts? Except for up here? I believe that's all of the forts. Oh, there's one up here. Two up here. Excellent. Any other forts? Yep, here's one. And I left this one. I'm going to take this away now. There we go. Let's just double check through here. Hello, here's one. Okay, I think we're good on that front, except here's one. Get out of there. Okay. So we don't know how much money we're going to be making, but we can't currently make churches. That's fine. I want to make sure that we are focusing our admin power, because we need to rush Admin Tech 5 ASAP, A, because we can build churches, and B, because that will get us our first idea. And we desperately need explorers. That's going to be a very, very big deal for us. In fact, it's going to be a sufficiently large deal that I am going to purchase this guy. A +3 advisor. Can we afford to purchase more? I don't know. Maybe. If we can, that would be great. For right now, most of these armies are going to be stranded, right? So we're going to actually disband these armies, and we'll build up our army ourselves. So, this is 17 cavalry here. We're going to bring out 4 and place them over here. Supply limit is quite low, 14. Okay. So we should keep our armies relatively small for right now until our military tech comes up. That's fine. We'll just create a number of armies here. There we go, and then we'll bring in one more like this, and then we've got 1 unit of cavalry here. So now we'll bring out 11 units of infantry. We don't have any artillery yet, but that's okay. Then we'll bring out 11 more units of infantry. We'll move them over here. And then this is 15, so we'll bring out 1, 2, 3, 4. Select this unit. We'll bring them over here. Okay, and now I think we're going to actually unpause. I think we're ready. At least for the time being. I do want to send a diplomat. What are our diplomats currently doing? Nothing. Okay. I do want to improve relations with France. Okay. Excellent. Now their liberty desire is already mega high. So that's a thing. We could placate their local rulers. I think we'll keep our prestige, though. We're at max prestige right now, and that's a good thing. So let's take this up to speed 3. Byzantium is defending the Orthodox faith. That's fine. We have a CB against France. I'm pretty certain they're our vassal. Yeah, we can't declare on them because they're our vassal. Okay, so we have this navy here. This navy consists of 6 heavy ships and 9 light ships. I am actually going to create a new unit. We're going to move out all of our heavy ships, and we're just going to mothball those for right now. And then these light ships here, they are going to protect trade. This is different. This is quite different. Oh, we don't actually have a trade node that they can reach. They can privateer the Venice trade node and make us 10 ducats a month. I guess we'll do that until we can explore the Mediterranean. Okay. Let's proceed. Byzantium went with mercantilism. Good for them. St. Catherine of the Wheel. Well, we have access to the St. Catherine Monastery, and we shall learn from St. Anthony's ways. Once more, Axum will shine with God's infinite glory. That's just all of our religious events for conquering all of our locations. There's some mercenary companies. Byzantium just entered a golden era. An interesting choice, to be sure. And we fulfilled a mission. What mission did we fulfill? High income. Excellent. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some level 2 advisors now. I'm going to go for this guy. And I'm going to go for this guy. Now we're going for level 2 advisors for budgetary reasons. That's not that much money. We're capped on prestige and legitimacy. We're not going to build that. This is 16k? So it is. We need to move 1 unit of cavalry out of here and into here. Okay. So obviously we're still taking attrition in these areas, but kind of barely. I mean, this army should probably move down over this way. And in fact, we should get our armies in position, or at least some of them in position over here. So we'll get our 3 armies that have actual troops in them over this way. Excellent. Now we will need 4 units of cavalry in this army, and then we'll bring this up to 11. I did not mean to bring this up to 12. We're actually going to cancel this one. Excellent. And then we'll bring this up to 11 as well. Fantastic. Onward we go. What is this? Kaffa is offering us an alliance. Who is Kaffa? This is Kaffa? I accept. Okay, so we are now allied with these guys, and the question is, would they be willing to offer vassalization? And they would. We're going to proclaim a guarantee on them, just to bump opinion, and then we're going to need to improve relations with them, which we shall do shortly, just as soon as we can, 5 February. So right about now. There we go. Royal marriage offer. I accept. That was going to be the next step. Okay. So we have discovered some of the territory around here. That's always good to see. But first, our top priority right now is conquering this area down this way. We should not have any problem whatsoever with this. Like, we have ludicrous sums of money right now. So, we do need to potentially influence these guys. Yes. We will influence them. Because we need to create another vassal over here. And we need to conquer some of this as well. So these guys, we're going to move down over this way. I'm just checking for a decent supply limit. I guess 14 is the best we get. That's fine. We can work with that. We are making 420 manpower per month right now. Okay, fair enough. So, Marahan over here, they're allied with Mogadishu. We don't care, though. We are simply going to build a spy network, because we are going to go to war with them and just start conquering in this region. Step 1, Africa. Step 2, Europe. Step 3, the world. That's the idea here. So we're going to get into position for this, and we should not have any problem conquering any of this. Kaffa is, of course, currently our allies. And we don't have any diplomats currently, which is fine. Can't help but notice that these guys don't seem to be privateering. There we go. Now they're privateering. Excellent. Okay, well, we got our initial setup done, but it is pretty much time to put a cut in here. Actually, it's a little late to put a cut in, but I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, our conquest will begin. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.